But now you yourselves are to put off all these: anger, malice, wrath, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth. Do not lie to one another, since you have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, who is renewed in knowledge, according to the image of him who created him. Where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcised nor uncircumcised, barbarian, slave or free, but Christ is all in all. So these are things that I just mentioned that we are supposed to put off concerning the old man. We're supposed to put to death those things, or reckon them dead, and not walk in them anymore. Not walk in anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language, and we shouldn't lie to one another. But then Paul is going to talk about the things that we should put on. And he says, therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, but put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, bearing with one another, and forgiving one another, if anyone has a complaint against any other. Even as Christ forgave you, so you also must do. But above all these things, put on the bond of love. Put on love, which is the bond of perfection. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to which also you were called in one body, and be thankful. And so this is interesting. We talk a lot about the things that we are to stop doing, and we consider that if we could stop doing those things, then it makes us more holy or whatever. And there's a lot of truth to that, but maybe just as important as the things we should stop doing is the things that we need to start doing also. And Paul lists them off right there, some things that I just read off. But I want to note that the first two things that he mentions are mentioned in the beginning because I think that they're very important to God, and where we all really need to start and focus on these things first is that we should put on tender mercies and kindness. These are two very important things that we need to be wearing, because it is the mercy of God and his kindness that really changed our hearts. And if we want to help other people and be like Christ to other people, we need to have tender mercies. Interesting word choice there. Tender mercies. It's like very sweet, loving, gentle mercy, and then kindness. And it's interesting because King David wrote, he said, you crown me with tender mercies and loving kindnesses. And once again, interesting word choice there, is that he calls the tender mercies and loving kindnesses a crown, And I think that if we want to be this bride that Christ is coming back for, we need to be wearing the clothing that a bride is wearing when she's ready to get married, and we need to have a crown on our heads. If we're going to be married to the King of Kings, then that makes us a queen, and a queen is noticed by the crown that she's wearing. Her royalty is symbolized by the very crown that's on her head that distinguishes her as a queen. And so if it's tender mercies and loving kindnesses that we are to be crowned with, well, I think it's very important that we learn how to put these things on and wear them to signify our royal status. And if we're not, then it's something that God definitely wants to work on. And yeah, in Jesus' name.